I was waiting for it.
Classic. Is that a 0?
Yeah, it's a 0.
Full flavor.
You don't mess with that sugar.
I wouldn't try. I never seen a 0 can look like that.
I know.
So.
I thought they were like.
I don't see 0 cans often, but I thought they were black.
Usually they're black.
Oh, yeah. That's what they are.
But I think they're trying. I don't know.
Trying to get away from the black.
I guess so. But
I like the red can.
Red's good. Well, the thing is,
The normal
I think
Coke.
they keep the Coke black. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to say
Regular
the
Coke's
original
white.
is white. Yeah. I don't.
Is it?
Classic.
I don't drink sodas because I don't like soda.
Yeah. Well, I love a Coke. I love a good old cold Coke. I like it over Pepsi. I like Pepsi though, but
I can drink a Pepsi Max every now and then.
I feel like you would.
If I would have.
Growing up, it was either your family drank Pepsi or your family drank Coke.
I'd say overall, everybody in our family drank Coke.
Yeah.
Did y'all have soda in the house growing up?
Sometimes.
We always did.
We had like the off-brand knockoff shit, I think.
Sam's Club shit.
My mom had like 12 packs that she would get of Pepsi. She was a huge Pepsi girl. I don't even know if she drinks Pepsi anymore. I guess she does. I don't know.
Pepsi's got more of a burn to it.
It's got that different, I don't know. It's got that different aftertaste. It's been a long time since I've had one.
I feel like Coca-Cola is more sweet.
That too.
I can't remember the last time I had a Coke or a Coke Zero.
I just don't like them.
I love a Coke.
I will say that I don't like soda, but in college my choice was a double rum and Dr. Pepper. I used to always get Dr. Pepper with my rum.
I got a thing about Dr. Pepper, and it's going to lead from the Coke. What I also like is not many places sell it, but it's Coke Zero Vanilla. So vanilla Coke
you like
Zero.
It more.
I love that. It's like a cream soda.
Mm-hmm.
But with Coke. Similar to a Dr. Pepper, which is very sweeter compared to Coke.
Uh-huh.
I bought this a while back a Dr. Pepper Zero Vanilla, so like a cream soda Dr. Pepper. Wasn't good.
It wasn't?
No.
You prefer the Coke?
I'd rather prefer. Well, yeah, definitely Coke overall, but I'd rather just have a regular Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Oh,
instead
so
of the
good.
vanilla cream.
But do you like Diet Dr. Pepper more than Dr. Pepper?
I've never had. I've had Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I like Diet.
I heard that it's good, but I've never had it because the only time I ever get soda is like randomly with like my fast food because they're like, oh well, you get a drink, and I'm like, I should have just ordered the sandwich and the fries separately, but that's such an annoying thing.
I know we talked about this, but fast food sodas hit way better.
Way better, yeah.
Way better. Trying to get her cold.
All right. Wow. You should put that up to the mic. I bet that shit caught it too.
Shit. Well, what's good? What are y'all up to? What have y'all been up to?
Nothing. Well,
working.
Reese just went from 2 naps to 1 nap a day.
Oh yeah,
It was bad because we were up until like 9:30 sometimes, like late, and she was not. I was like, we've got to change something.
I'm ready for bed at 8:30. So when she's ready to stay up later than I am.
So I got nervous.
Rough.
I was like, is it too early for her to be going down to a nap? And then across the board, when I put that on Instagram, like every mom was like, that's fine. Like if she's giving you signs like she's not going to bed until super late and like she's fighting her naps, like just go down to 1 nap. Sounds great. So I did, and she's been fine ever since. She takes a 3-hour nap halfway through the day, and then she's right as rain.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's new.
It's been a little stressful.
Now we got to figure it out. We're 2 days in a row. She's gone down at 7, and and now she has a new car seat. Yeah, we got a new car seat.
She's a grown girl. She's
big girl.
Might as well. She's ready to move out the house.
Like she's more upward sitting, backward facing still. Because she hates the little infant seat she's still in, or was still in.
Yeah.
She ever since she screamed for 2.5 hours straight on the way to the lake.
Oh my God, that
a
was
month
so
ago.
bad,
We decided we got to change car seats.
Yeah. She just wants to see the world.
But other than that, work sucked this week.
It's so hot.
Today was hot as balls. The last 2 days been hot as balls on this roof, white roof, 10 hours a day.
He called me on his way home, and I checked the temperature, and it was like 96, but it said it feels like 106.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is not okay. Like we try to do our walks in the morning now, and it's still hot. Like it was. I told him I was like I was sweating my ass off at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was so free. 9:30. It was so hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hot out the gate.
Yeah.
It was similar in Tappahannock. It was like 95. Feels like 108.
Yeah.
It's like damn, and it did. It felt.
Yeah, it sucks.
It felt that way.
Yeah, and it's
like
not even like
the
the
door,
sun heat. It's
oven.
like so like thick. Like you just instantly start sweating because of the moisture in the air.
Yeah, of course, I'm working in long pants, and I bought me one of those fishing shirts. It's like those dry fit, long sleeve with a hood fishing shirts. And of course, we're on this job where safety's been a big concern for some stupid fucking reason.
What's that got to entail?
That means they want hard hats all the time, safety vests all the time. So your high vis safety vests, blah blah blah, gloves, all that. Yeah, if you're on the job site, yeah. If not, people have been crying about it. So but today I went against the grain and said fuck that vest and fuck that hard hat because I was on the roof and there was no crane, no heavy machinery moving.
Yeah,
and no one else was fucking up there except for us. So I was like, fuck it.
I get it. Like it should be.
Ignore.
I thought something was falling.
No,
just his ass.
Yeah, he's stealing one of Reese's hedgehog.
He just has to make some sort of appearance on this show.
He's bored.
Yeah.
But there should be like a rule of common sense.
Yeah.
With safety and or just not fucking up. People are gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
Right? But
for sure.
It's not sad because it's needed for some people. Some people should wear a helmet all day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
I'm sure we all run into some people who's like, how the fuck do you make it out of your house?
Right.
How do you feed yourself, first off?
I agree.
You're still learning to tie your shoes.
Right.
But it's sad that like there can't be like, hey, this group, y'all know what the fuck you are doing. Go do your thing. We're not going to get on y'all's balls. But y'all retards over here, we're gonna put the rope around everybody's waist,
right?
Like and when they go to like the daycare and they put them in like the big group with the lasso around them, so they can't go too far.
Right.
You want to put them on a leash.
Bubble wrap around their whole entire body.
You can go 10 feet any direction with the rope. Once the rope stops,
ask permission before you do anything. Yeah. Well, because I do get it. Like sometimes you're around like machinery that I feel like you should definitely be safe. Like sometimes he comes home and he's got like huge gashes in his hands, and I'm like, "Did you wear your gloves?" And he goes, "No."
That's true, actually. But
I go, "So you used really sharp stuff, and then you decided that you weren't going to wear. If you had worn a glove, you wouldn't have cut yourself."
I'm a man, Hal.
This is what he says to me. I said, "One day you're going to come home with no hand, and you're going to say it's because I'm a man, and I didn't have to do it."
I guess my question is. And you may have, so answer honestly because she'll call you out. Mm-hmm. Did you bitch about it?
Cutting myself?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well then, problem solved.
No, but he comes home and he That's okay. Well, if he takes the knowing consent that, hey, I may or may not get gashed, but I don't fuck gloves. Yeah.
I'm gonna get shit done. As long as you don't bitch about it when you get home. Hey, what's wrong with that?
I typically don't do dumb shit without gloves or any. If I need something, some sort of shit for safety, I normally use it if I need it. But sometimes mistakes, things happen that you're unforeseeable accidents.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you got to learn the hard way.
And sometimes and sometimes you just do dumb shit.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't tell anybody so you don't get written up and don't have to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As long as you don't bitch, as long as you're man enough to suck it up and just ride it out, tough it out.
But that's the thing too is like I'm sure there's some liability shit with work, and then like if let's say like you did severely injure yourself, but you didn't take the correct safety precautions, then now work isn't liable for you, or like now you're in deeper shit because you weren't doing the shit you were supposed to, or they'll drug test you because if you go to the doctor. Workers' comp is supposed to take care of that, but if you refuse a drug test, then the company is going to be like, okay, well then obviously there's a reason that you didn't want to take a drug test. It's medicinal use, okay?
Yeah.
Like glaucoma.
I get it. It is dangerous. Some of the things that y'all do are very dangerous. So I get it, but it does suck when like you don't wear a freaking safety vest and all.
There's no power on any of the units we're working on. We're literally building all the catwalks right now to go around these big ass rooftop units.
Yeah,
and that's all we've done all week.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what the guys have done all week. I did some other shit a couple days inside, thank God. But then the last 2 days I was on the roof helping them, and it's just dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hot in the sun all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I stayed. I got my little Gilligan's Island hat.
So you got like roofer setup going on.
Oh yeah,
Roofer fit.
I'm covered up. Like I don't know if you can see. Like just I probably have like suntan just right through here, and that's it. Sunburn today.
Not bad.
What you been up to?
Shit.
You got paint all over you?
Yeah. Well, I've been painting in the evenings almost 3 days. This would be the third day, but today I really didn't paint much, or I didn't even think I painted at all today. I just went down and I lied. I did paint. That's why I got paint on.
I was gonna say.
I don't know what day it is for real. I kept thinking today was Wednesday, but I was painting a room for one of Mom's rooms down at her duplex down there, and because she had been talking about how she wanted to freshen up the joint. It's been years since she painted it, and it hadn't been rented out in the past like month or so. So she's like, "Screw it, let's freshen some stuff up, so maybe I can get some colors to pop on her,
right Airbnb page."
Yeah, her page. I almost called it a site, but like her little profile page. But been doing that, but obviously still training people in the mornings, and that's how the bulk of my training goes. It's usually done by at the latest 1:30, and I'm on doing whatever else.
Airbnb shit.
The past like 2 weeks it's been that. Yeah.
That's good.
Is Josh coming down to start on the deck soon?
Motherfucker said the 15th of August.
I was gonna say
August.
Okay,
not July.
Well, because I remember y'all originally said it was gonna be at the end of July.
Yeah, and then he
bumped it back.
Yeah.
Plus, hot as a bitch. I'm sure things are slow for him.
Right.
Or not slow, but he's taking it slower.
Right.
Yeah, because that dude's working out in the heat all day, every day.
And usually it's a one-man band sometimes for him. So I'd be pissed having to hold a board with my head or fucking like.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, he's
fucking.
He's out there killing it though. From what I've seen.
Yeah, but he should be down there, and I need to go. So one of the next deals, or like, it's not even like a project. It'll take me like 45 minutes, but I need to go down there and cut. There's a lot of like brush, briars, and fucking like wild ass random trees growing in the creek side.
Mm-hmm.
I need to like lop all those off for him so he can just roll in, rip out all the old decking first off, which is gonna suck for him. But that's a lot of fucking wood.
Yeah.
A lot of wood. He's got to tote the
wood.
fuck back up. I don't know where it's going. I'm not down there if he wants to push it into the creek and let it float away. But I won't be there. Please don't, though, because our luck, it'll sink right to the bottom, and like nails will be all stuck up.
Anybody gets in the water and all of a sudden they're stabbed in the bottom of the foot.
Carry it up the hill, which it's just hard enough walking up the hill by yourself with like nothing in your hand.
Yeah.
So that's gonna suck. But nonetheless, I want to clear out
machinery to help him or something.
Yeah, well, hopefully he just has a couple hands,
couple dummies.
Yeah, dummies.
Tie some shit to a rope and pull it up the hill.
That's exactly it. Which when we cut a tree, that's a good idea. I don't know if he has one, but when we cut a tree just like a year and a half ago, fell across the pier. We used Mom's winch off her Jeep and just winched it up the hill.
That's what I was about to say. Use a fucking winch,
Yeah.
I was like, perfect, because if anything, I would have pushed that into the water and let it float away too.
Down.
See ya.
It just went in there naturally. I don't understand.
Yeah. But August 15th, and hopefully, the way, it is a project for him, but I don't think it'll be like something huge for him. So I think hopefully like a week he'd knock that out, and
I would think so.
Be plenty of hopefully weeks left of good weather to be able to utilize it. Mm-hmm. Get in the water finally.
Do some fishing.
Yeah, fishing.
Yeah,
I'm big into fishing now. I haven't done it since last year. But
big fisher. Big bass guy.
He said like probably 8 times, like, I need to get a fishing rod. I need to get it before we go up to the lake.
Because we're going up to the lake for the week, and I caught that one big ass fish last year.
Yeah,
and I'm determined to do it again. So
trophy fish.
Going to Walmart.
You need to make sure you take 6 pictures of it on your phone.
Well, apparently I need to take a video of it and as it's moving and like as I throw it back in the water because the guys at work.
They thought you like
they
caught a dead
They
one?
think I pulled it off the fucking wall in the Airbnb house we stayed in and just held it up all drunk one night. I was like, nah. They swear up and down it's a fake fish or a mounted fish.
Damn.
He was so proud. He got into bed at 3:30 in the morning and it was just like, babe, I caught the biggest fish. You want to see? And I was like, no. I was like, good
She didn't
job.
want to see it.
Might
I
have caught a
said no.
record.
And then like 5 minutes later, Reese wakes up crying, and I had to take
Yeah.
care of her. And I'm like, this drunk motherfucker
I was asleep.
just came in, woke me up out of my sleep, and now I have to
The
take
baby
care of
woke
his
up
baby.
5 minutes later
I'm
anyways.
glad
Yeah.
you got to stay up all night drinking.
You're lucky I got
fishing.
you up in time for her to... So you're already up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, then she wanted to see it the next day. I was like, nah.
I was like, oh, let me see a
Nah,
picture.
you-
And he was like, you didn't even care. You didn't even want to see it. So, all right.
Earned.
That was the coolest shit.
That is pretty cool.
He didn't show it to me. I had to wait for
Yeah.
him to show me the picture.
You gotta earn that shit.
Okay.
That was
Learn my
awesome.
lesson.
Put some respect on his
So
name.
I'm
Yeah.
determined to catch.
And I'm sure there's some
Some other
big
fish.
motherfuckers in there, and probably some random shit,
Oh, I'm sure.
some monster
Yeah, a lot
creek
of catfish,
monsters.
a lot of bass.
I've been wanting to see a snakehead. I haven't seen one in real life. Seen them on Google and YouTube, but there's supposedly a bunch of snakehead in that creek,
Really?
so you can catch one. It's a
Is that a fish?
exotic
Yeah.
or
it's-
a.
I think we
what
look
do you
at
call
pictures of this.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm
It's
gonna do it now.
it's not endangered. It's a fish that takes over.
yeah. So
It's
one
not
of those,
native, though.
Yeah. What are those stupid things called? It's something that's...
Snake
I can't think of the name.
Yeah,
fish.
but I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I think it's a fish, and I don't know if these particular ones do it. That can go on land for a certain amount of time. Like it can crawl out of the water.
Oh, that's right. We were looking at
Yeah, it can like waddle across like land for a little bit of time.
Hold on, let me see. They probably have videos of it.
Fuck those
Walking
things.
videos.
And they look kind of gnarly. They look a little scary. They got some fucked up teeth too.
yeah, they look really scary.
Yeah, but supposedly like they don't bite. Like they don't obviously attack like some weird fish or some shit like that. But they do eat other fish for sure. But the other ones in there that looks like dinosaurs is fucking garfish.
Yeah, garfish are fucking crazy looking.
Yeah, they look crazy too. They look like a big old tube of meat. But still plenty of people fishing in kayaks and shit around those two creeks.
Oh.
A friend of mine said that snakehead tastes better than tastes
think-
even better than rockfish.
Yeah, somebody told me that they do taste good as a bitch. Yeah, I think just
That thing,
wiggling across
that thing
the
can
ground.
go wherever it wants, dude. Like, he's going back home.
He's
See
like,
ya.
bye bye.
It's like they don't flop like a
Yeah,
normal
they
fish.
don't like on their side or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're like-
on their belly. Yeah, that's weird.
But yeah, so come August-ish, we can go down there and fuck it up.
Yeah.
I know that we're getting, so we'll have like a big party deck on one side that's like chill,
That's cool, yeah.
tables, chairs, whatever you want to like sunbathe, whatever. That'll sort of overhang off the water a few feet. Then to the left of the dock, like pier access, will be like a smaller joint,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the size of this table, maybe a little bit bigger, that will have access to stairs that we're getting built into the water. So you'll be able to get into the water finally. Because that's
Right.
been the biggest deal, like hang up with everybody renting is you know,
Mhm.
obviously people know, or it's assumed that like you may or may not be able to access the water when you
Right.
do rent
It's
the
waterfront
property.
property, but not
Yeah.
a water
how,
access.
how deep are those steps going to go? Like,
The way, well, it's up to his discretion, but probably however far you can in the mud. And like you'll obviously need to wade into the water and like eventually
'cause-
like have a float and then hop on it.
Yeah, because you don't. I
'Cause
remember
it-
back in the day, like that mud would come up to like your knees.
Oh yeah, like I think you got to be quick to jump into your
Yeah.
shit. Like have your float or boat or whatever canoe,
Mhm.
hop off
on the other
stairs
side. Yeah.
into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because right there, I mean, you know, it's like at best at high tide it might be 2.5 feet deep,
Oh,
like
yeah.
in that water.
I mean, it's a
real
creek,
close,
you
yeah.
know, so that's all right.
But shit, just like 10 foot from that gets to about 11 to 12 foot deep. So it's
Yeah.
like you don't have to go far to get pretty
Right.
deep.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
That,
we need to do a
that'll make
night
that
out
place
there. A weekend.
primo.
We should.
Yeah,
we should.
Nicole said that she talked to you about it.
She did not.
Oh, okay.
She lied.
She's like, I thought we all, maybe it was Sarah, I don't know, but that we were all gonna stay a weekend, a
Come
night or
through.
a weekend or something when that wasn't booked.
Let's rage it.
But I would say maybe like later when it's not as hot. You know?
That'd be cool so they could actually hang out outside.
Yeah. Plus,
'Cause
it'd be
right
nice
now-
once you have the dock set up kind
Yeah.
of thing,
Yeah.
so we can actually go out there.
But doing that, I'm just training some people. Trying to
That's
change some
awesome.
lives.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But,
Get them right.
Yeah, some people need their ass whooped.
I need to whoop my own
I was gonna
ass.
say, me too. Well, I mean, I've been walking every day.
I saw that.
But
You're breaking PRs almost every time you walk.
know. Every day I'm like, we can go a little bit further.
Is anybody else, because you're on Strava, right?
Yeah.
Is anybody else walking these streets on Strava? Because it'll show you, like,
Oh, I
hey,
never
you have the
looked.
fastest pace on this street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
I never
all the
looked at
time,
that.
even in my neighborhood, there's another person that's done it. Like, I don't know if it's been recent or not, but
Mhm.
like it says, you have the top pace or top speed or time for this
Cool.
street or whatever.
I
And
didn't know that was a
definitely not-
feature, but I will definitely look.
It sometimes it'll let you know automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like if you look at your achievements. I don't get too deep into it. But especially when I was out at the Capitol Trail, like there's dozens of like awards and like
I bet.
rankings.
Yeah. Well, I see there's like there's one lady that I always pass every single day, and she's like so sweet. And then there's I don't know if it's like a couple or something, but two people that walk together, and we're always like around the same time, and like we pass each other. But there's a lot of like loops around this neighborhood and just like big circles. So like we'll pass each other once, and then we'll awkwardly pass each other again.
The second time you just sort of stare down into the ground. I already said hi to
you.
Yeah.
But like Reese waves at everybody in every car and everything. So I'm like, okay, well I can't avoid you. Like my kid's waving at you, but
damn.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, you like learn, like I'm not nervous to walk in the neighborhood as much as I was originally, because like you see same familiar faces, but like there's so many people now like don't actually go into the office to work, so there's so many people that are outside and constantly, and like you see them every single day, so it's like, hi, like I feel safer because there's people like out there with their kids, and like the house that's like straight down this street, it's like this big cul-de-sac, this massive house. And I don't know if it's like some sort of daycare, but like usually they the other day they got this huge blow up thing with like a water slide and all this stuff. And there was like 15 children out there. And every day I hear them like running outside and screaming. So I think that there's like, it's some sort of like daycare program in the summer. So that's kind of, it just makes you feel more comfortable. But because he's like, you need to have something on you. Or like mace or like a knife or
keep something.
Yeah.
Something like if a dog comes out running at y'all. Or
well, I used to use my stroller and I could like put like a golf club or something in there, but now I use her little push car. So I can't even fit my phone on that thing. So I just need to.
The blade.
Yeah.
Shing.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me.
Damn.
But.
Yeah, because all you need is like enough to like, well, first intimidate somebody, but if they do, or the dog or whatever person, then after that, if you have something just to like, you ain't trying to kill them, trying to get them to go away or get scared, it's like
keep them at bay. Yeah,
you stab them with like a wine opener or something like that. Stab and twist, and then pull.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny too. Like I don't know if this is all women, but like, or I doubt men feel like this, but like if I see somebody, I'm like, oh, they're like pretty overweight. Like I could definitely outrun them. Like that's what I say in my head, or like that person's really old. I feel like there's no way that they could get me if I ran away. Or like that girl's a lot skinnier than me. Like she might be fast, but like I could definitely, I feel like if I could, do this, and like I think about my attempts of what I would do to them, which is so messed up. Like I shouldn't be like seeing this nice stranger on the street and be like, I could fuck them up if I did this or whatever. But like I think about like if somebody were to attack me, because like there's so many like middle class, like blue collar workers around here. So they have like a lot of vans, like he drives a work van, and like sometimes there's nothing on them. It's just a white van. So like, it can be really scary. And like, so if they don't give me like a nice wave, I don't know, like I will look behind my back constantly when I'm walking, or like if I see one, like they start their truck up when I walk by, like, I will like book it. Yeah. Like I'll just start like walking so fast.
And it can be odd. It just comes into my head because y'all aren't too far away from like 295. Mm-hmm. So like, it's far enough to where it's like a van wouldn't just come off 295 and like, oh, let me stop at this neighborhood, but like shit.
Yeah,
that
but
would
like,
be
what
near,
if they're already like working at a house, and then what I'm saying,
it's
like
just easy to hop on the highway and take off.
Yeah,
with you.
But there are like a good amount of kids too around here, so like.
So hopefully they pick those over yours.
Well, no, I'm just thinking like, well, that like also like I have a baby, so like if they were to like, I'm not gonna leave my kid and like run away, so it's like I'm gonna have to push this pink car so fast, like just start booking it down the
Wheels.
street. But I mean, that's what I think about. And I don't know if men probably like
No.
don't even think twice about it.
I usually don't.
I mean, what guy's going to come up and try and like kidnap you? Or
Not,
like
not many.
sell you for
If anything,
sex
I do
stuff.
the kidnapping.
Yeah. Totally. That's so funny. I just like look at somebody, I'm like, they look like they could probably be somebody dangerous. And then other people, I'm like, nah, I ain't worried about them.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
I know.
Yeah.
It's true.
I do that when I go out of the country. I do have like
Yeah.
that second sense or whatever sense. It's like, all right. Well,
Especially
not that
now
I'm
watching
judging
like
if I can-
documentaries about stuff like
Yeah.
that. Oh my God, it freaks me out.
my judgment doesn't go of like, oh, can I take this guy? It's more so, does this guy look like he has a gun or a knife or a machete,
Yeah.
or will he go get one?
Right.
Type shit.
Like,
But-
or is a couple of buddies like down the
Yeah,
alleyway
yeah,
waiting for
yeah.
me? He's like a walkie-talkie call
Yeah,
away.
he's just the decoy,
Yeah.
and like there's dudes behind us or something.
Yeah.
That shit does play in my head sometimes.
Yeah, especially depending on the country you go to.
But, yeah. That's good. You've been walking with Strava. That's pretty good. So it
Yeah.
keeps track of your distance.
I
your
know. I think
pace.
my last few have been like 2.5 miles.
Yeah.
So
I like it because it gives you like an average of like, all right, that walk, not that it needs to be a PR every time, but like, oh, that walk was a little bit slower pace, but my distance was still good
Mhm.
or whatever. Which obviously, when you're walking the same laps in the neighborhood, you know how far you went.
yeah. That's
But,
why I originally started doing it, because I was like, I walk this a lot. Like, I wonder how far it actually is. And I remember when I first had Reese, like, once I was like cleared to do stuff or whatever, like I started walking, but like not the whole thing that I do now. And I was like, I wonder how far I'm walking. And then like, I remember you started doing it in your neighborhood, and I was
Yeah.
like, I should just download an app. Like, because I don't have like a Fitbit watch or anything like that, so I have no idea. And so I was like, I'm gonna see. And then I started it. The first couple of times I messed up. Like one of the times, like I thought I hit start, and I think I did, but getting out of the app, I went to something else, and I think I hit stop, and so it
paused
stopped
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, fuck. I was so pissed. And then finally, I realized how much I was walking, and it almost like motivated me to do more, because I
Yeah.
was like, oh, like I could do an extra
It was
lap
only
around
that?
here and do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So.
I like
Yeah.
it. I
Mhm.
like it.
It's really fucking hot outside though, so like
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now it's just a tough time of year
Yeah.
to do that.
it's
Yeah, you did pick it up at the peak.
yeah. But start now that she takes one nap, and it's like later on, it helps her stay awake. So like we do a walk in the morning, and it is cooler. But yeah, the past couple days have been really fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
which I mean, I still do it, but I get home and I'm like, turn the fucking fans on. Like I
Yeah.
can't fucking breathe. It's so hot.
Which is good. Gets you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And plus, those summer walks, you're going to make those fall walks a breeze.
A breeze.
Yeah,
no shit.
I'll be doing 2 of them.
It's supposed
That's
to cool
right.
down after Saturday. I think it's supposed to drop back into the 80s.
Good.
So it should be
Thank
nice
God.
next week.
Which will feel like AC compared to this
I
shit.
know.
Depending on the humidity.
Well, I'm hoping like when we're all at the lake, like it's gonna be a
Yeah.
good, not like miserable, but
Even then, I don't
we got a
care.
big
I
old
can
body
jump
water
in-
we
I
can jump-
jump right in
Yeah,
that-
I was about to
that
say,
lake.
being able to get in water makes it a lot more enjoyable.
way better.
Because
Yeah.
I was even thinking today, I was like, because I went by the creek just to see if I need to cut the grass. I was like, man, even getting in that water, you'd probably still be just sitting in bath water out
Yeah, because
I
it's
don't know.
shallow.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's deep over at my house. Like
Yeah.
it's gonna be refreshing no matter what.
Which one has like nuclear power plants?
Is it
Lake
Lake Anna?
Anna? Yeah.
Lake Anna, yeah.
That one stays warm or something like that.
I think
right?
it depends on which
Mhm.
side you're on
Yeah.
or where you're at in the lake.
I've never
Whether
been to
or not
Lake
it's
Anna
warm.
before. I've only been.
I think
to-
we went
I've
for
been to Lake
Matt's
Gas
30th
and-
birthday.
To Lake
It
Anna?
was cold though. It was like March.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because his birthday's March 18th.
Yeah, so we didn't. I think it was cold, so we did not get in the water.
Yeah. That's why it sucked about my birthdays, because it's March 8th.
You said it was his 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I know, now
long
he's
time
40.
ago.
And he's old as fuck now.
He's 40.
Yeah.
He's old as fuck.
Listen. And Sarah, we were talking last night.
She's almost 30.
Yeah. She's going to listen to this and be like, fuck that bitch. But she...
She knows I love her.
Yeah. I
Fuck
told
that,
her
I'm
just...
32.
That's what I said. I said, accept it. Look, I'm 3 years in. Look
Yeah.
at me.
Look, you're
Killing
thriving.
it. Lost
Shaved
my
your
hair.
head.
Lost my hair and everything. Now
Yeah.
it's fucked.
It only gets better.
But her birthday is the 15th
Yeah.
of August. And she was talking. I forgot what we were talking about. And like, oh yeah, it's already August. I was like, yeah, it is already August.
You know what that
We're about to be
means.
30.
Countdown begins.
And I was like,
30.
you know what? After that, it's 40.
That's it.
And I was like, guess what? 10 years after that, it's 50. You're fucking dead.
Like that.
50.
You know your sister's 41.
Yeah, she's old. Fuck. Imagine that.
I know.
How old are you? 38?
How do you think your mom
38,
feels?
yeah,
You
no,
probably
it's-
think she's dead. Yeah.
Not.
Might as well.
I mean, the way Wayne is right now, I mean, she still has some years left in her if she has his genetics.
Yeah. Which she
But-
clearly does.
Yes. So I saw him today too.
Yeah, he randomly called me today and didn't say anything, but like he was just asking me what I was doing. I told him I was fucking working, and he was like, "Oh shit, you know, Dana and Austin walking in the door now." And
Yeah.
I call you back. Bye.
Bye.
And I hung up.
Oh, it must have been like the same time
So-
as we were walking up.
Yeah, I was like,
Because he was on the phone when I was walking up.
yeah,
and he hung up.
that was me.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Okay.
gosh. So
and
cool.
but then like he never called me back. I don't know what he wanted.
Oh, well, the thing is, he's probably bored as shit because he hadn't been outside all day. Because he's like, it's fucking
Too
hot.
hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I haven't
Too
been
hot for him.
outside at
Like,
all.
you know it's hot.
It's like, fuck that shit.
Yeah. Because usually he's
Yeah.
outside on
Yeah,
his little
usually is.
computer
He's
chair.
like, fuck that.
No,
I ain't going out till next week.
Yeah. And he like it hot.
Yeah, he does. But he said he had to turn his AC down from 80 to 78. It was so hot.
That's
I
serious.
said, shit.
Yeah,
Get a
Fucking
blanket.
hot out.
He said,
Probably
"Man."
still had his heater on this morning too.
Yeah, he said that electric bill's gonna be high as a motherfucker. I said, I don't know, man.
No,
78 's still kind of up there.
That thing barely cuts on.
I'd be sweating so hard. So
Yeah.
hard if it was 78 in here.
Yeah, but no, I think he's probably bored. So he
Yeah.
probably called
That's
on the
what
world.
I feel
kinda
like he's
thought.
getting more like I don't know if I want to call it sentimental with age or like he just wants everybody to be around him. Like he is always asking about Reese and bringing the baby up and like she can stay here, whatever. It's like
Yeah, we were down at the river a couple weeks ago, a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and like we were sitting on the beach, and he walks up on the beach and drags his plastic chair onto the beach and sits down next to me and just sitting there chilling and talking.
whoa,
I was like, "What the hell's what's going on here?"
it's so weird.
Yeah,
It's not like him.
It's like, and this is so
he's
like,
drinking a lot less, maybe.
yeah,
just-
and this is like
it's
really
just-
morbid, but like you know how like your animals start doing weird shit like at the end of their life, like I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like how
It could
he
be.
is. Like he's like, oh, I think I'm gonna change my ways a little bit. Like
Yeah.
now that he's lost his vision, I feel like I don't know, but
Maybe.
he's like never been like that since I've been around him, and now all of a sudden he's like, I want to have conversations. Hey, come over, be
Yeah.
with me.
He could be. I know he did say he's drinking a little bit less, probably because it's so fucking hot. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
Like
drink
that,
water.
he feels like shit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
He's been,
That's what your
I thought he's
mom
been sick or
said.
something for a while.
he feels like shit. I think a lot. And
well,
I'm no
he don't
doctor.
eat right either.
He
so.
don't eat right. He don't eat really at all. Barely eats. And then he also does not drink water. Like when I
Yeah.
say doesn't drink water, some people, I don't drink water, but they're still drinking water throughout the day.
Right, like a cup or
He
something.
does not drink water.
Any.
No, zero water.
The only water he gets is from his beer.
from beer. Miller Lite, technically water.
Yeah.
But
Made
that's
water.
all he drinks. Well, he drinks coffee in the morning, so it does have bean water. But outside of that, he does not drink water. Like I gave him a bottle of water the other day because he's like, man, I just feel like shit. It was hot as shit that one day I was down there. I said, hey, here's a bottle of water. I don't want it. I'll get some later. I was like,
Will you?
it's a bottle of ice cold water. He's like, I can't even finish my beer. I said, well, yeah, you probably need some water.
Right. There's a reason your body's like denying the beer.
But
You're gonna shrivel up like a raisin.
yeah, he said that he had bought one less case of beer this week than last.
That's good.
Cutting back.
Well, I think it's forced probably, but
A little bit.
yeah. He did drink while I was there his last beer out of the fridge. He said, yo, get us 2 beers. If you want a beer, I was like, nah. And he's like, grab one. I go in, there's only one in the fridge. I was like, so you're psyching me out to go get you a beer when you know you probably only had 1 beer left.
But you got it for him.
I did. Well, I had to
So-
walk back. So I
Right.
was like, here's your beer. There was not a second beer there if I did want
Yeah.
it.
Thanks for teasing me. What if I had said
Yeah,
yes?
what if I did want it? But yeah.
That sounds like granddaddy.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, we're gonna go to Asheville this weekend, and hopefully Sarah can have a little time off. She's been working a shit ton herself at the hospital,
Good.
and I don't know. Usually it's pretty fun going down there because we usually go. Her brother likes to hike and like
Oh,
he
that's
likes
right.
to do
Yeah.
rock climbing shit too, which obviously me and Sarah do not do.
Yeah.
But we'll do some moderate hiking.
Y'all
which
did that
might-
in Hawaii too, right? With him?
Yeah,
Didn't
we
y'all
did.
hike?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we hiked. Yeah, and he actually like climbed some rocks, like legit climbed some like
It's like
random
Griffin.
ass rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the side of a cliff, like real high. How high we were in Hawaii? I got a picture. I got a video of it. I need to make the video. I have all these videos on my phone from like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
But where we were in Hawaii, where Jason, my brother-in-law, was about to start rock climbing, and he did, and was like hanging off over like the ocean type deal. Helicopters were flying by like at their cruising level, and like they were almost in line with us.
Oh no!
Like that's how far down the water and like land was.
and he's climbing over top
To
of
me,
that.
it's like, is it worth it? Like, I just,
He's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Free climbers are
Why-
just built different,
Yeah,
man.
no, he's definitely.
I know we've
different.
seen like these movies and these documentaries, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
my hands sweat like watching it.
Yeah,
and
me
I'm
too.
sitting on my comfy ass couch over here
I just
watching
don't-
them do
There's
it.
so much that I guess that's the enjoyment of it is the stuff you
adrenaline
can't
rush,
control. It's
yeah.
like the adrenaline rush and euphoric of like, fuck, this is a rush. But fuck that.
Fuck that.
There's no plan B.
It's just like there's either you live and continue on living or
Yeah.
you die. Like especially when you get that high. Like there's no like, oh, I fell down a little bit and scratched my knee. Like no, if you fall off this rock, you're gonna die. And I just can't
Some
imagine it
people
being worth
just
it.
love that challenge.
Yeah.
Oh God, it makes me like want to throw up thinking
Me
about
too.
being up. Oh
Me too.
God, I just
I'm
my
not
hands are
into
sweating
that.
right now.
There's no
thinking about it.
risk to reward ratio for me.
Right.
There's no not enough.
Right. Mm-mm. I don't like
Not
that.
enough. But it was cool to watch.
That is cool. Well, I
Um,
hope you guys do hike, but not do
yeah.
that.
The last time we went hiking with her brother, quick funny story is we went hiking to this random waterfall. It was like 45 minutes away from where he stays. He lives, I forget the part of Asheville, but anyways, near the dead center of town. And we drove about 45 minutes out to this cool, like secluded waterfall. You had to hike, like everything seems like I'm saying 45 minutes, but like once we got to the spot, the parking spot, you had to hike like another 45 minutes into the woods through these like random ass like makeshift trails and shit. So it was like you had to know where this thing was. There was
Right.
no signs and shit. And we get there, we're the only people there for like the first hour or two. Bunch of just waterfall after waterfall, just going down the side of the mountain, and all these
That's
like
cool.
waterfall pools at the bottom of each waterfall. So like you could start off at the top one, chill, climb down to the next one, chill in that little pool.
That's cool.
And then at the bottom, the last waterfall was, I don't know, 60 foot, 60, 70 foot.
I don't like that.
And people, they had put this rope that you could sort of like walk up the side of like this cliff, backside of it. And once you're up at the top, you have to sort of slide down on your butt and hands because there's so much of a slant on the edge of the cliff that's like the waterfall's right beside it. Here's the cliff, and there's a big pool at the bottom, like water pool, where the waterfall's dumping into it. And to get to the edge of it, you can't just jump from where you climbed up where the rope is. You have to slide down to the edge, which is like
Right.
an incline. It's already kind of dirty. It's kind of grimy, like slimy and shit. It's like, dude, you're sort of like, your heart's bumping because
Yeah.
you're really high up there. You hear people down there. You hear the waterfall roaring, and you can't see the water below you until you're right up on the edge. Like that's how it is. It's kind of like that
No,
high
I
shit.
don't like that.
Did you slide?
Yeah.
Go out there? Oh, shit.
I did, and so did Sarah. I went last, which was the worst move because you had nobody else there to hype you up a little bit.
Right.
But also the best
And
move
you're just thinking
because
like, I'm a fucking
Did
bitch if I don't
nobody
do
else
this.
died. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and I got video and pictures, but Jason, Sarah's brother, went first to show us how it's done because he jumps it like when he does go there, he says many times, and he gave us a heads up. He was like, "Hey, definitely don't belly flop. Definitely,
No.
definitely don't try and get fancy and
So-
do anything.
Right.
It's like 3 of the double-decker
Pencil.
docks. Like,
Probably a smidge higher. I got a picture. I'll show you all when I'm done. Like, there's enough time to fall and like think
about
thoughts.
it. Yeah.
Like a few thoughts.
Like, this is gonna be
one
my-
or two
this could be it.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit. And so much that I had like a wedding band on, and it ripped it off my finger. Like, I guess, and I didn't even like do the pencil or whatever. I just sort of had my arms out like this, and it just
Oh yeah.
ripped it off my finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Pencil's
I lost
always
it,
you got a good pencil.
I should have wrapped the arms, but it was just so high. It's like one of those where I'm like,
yeah, it's like I don't want to go, but so deep.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
That's why at Smith Mountain Lake there are these. Well, you're not allowed to get on them anymore, and if you get caught, it's a felony. But they were called the cliffs, and they had different levels that you could do. Like the lowest one was like 25 feet, and then it just went up. I think like the highest one was like 80 or 100 feet.
Jeez, that's high.
It was so high.
That's
and
high.
it got to the point where that's why the cops
people
were
dying
like, you
on that
can't
shit.
do that shit. Yeah. Because like also you can't have a life jacket on when you jump, because if you do and you hit the water, the life
That's
jacket can come up and
break
knock
your
you
neck.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you can't jump with a life
No, you
jacket
have to have
on. Like
people
it
down
was
there ready
so
to save you.
dangerous. It was fun. I only went off the 25-foot one, and even then I was like
that's still
peeing
high.
myself. Yeah. I was like, I can't do that. So
That's still high.
yeah, and like you saw, like there was always like boats all around. Like people would chill and hang out there, and like drunk people would go up there and like, but you would see people do like triple backflips off of like the highest one, and you're just like,
Jesus.
holy shit, like.
Yeah.
But
Nah.
now there's like a different set of like smaller ones now that people go to. But yeah, you can't go over to the cliffs anymore. Like they have huge like signs that say like no trespass. Like you will get a charge for this.
Damn.
Yeah, they have people like patrolling over there.
25 foot's cool. 40 foot, pushing it
I don't want to jump off of it all the time, but like
every now and then.
like do the
you know?
one,
Mhm.
just knock the jitters out, and then I'd probably play with
I think
the
he's
small
pretty
one.
satisfied with the dock, but he does have to
I
get up
wanted
on
a
the
little bit
railing.
higher.
Because my mom will call down and be like, "Oh, does he have to get up on the railing? The door that, because we have a little door that opens so you can jump off of
Yeah.
it, but instead he climbs up on top." And then Matthew did it one year, a couple years ago. And we have these like high bar, like these kind of chairs, like high, and he put his foot in it, but it was like just sun dried
rotten.
or whatever. Yeah, rot. And he put his foot right through it, and he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I was like,
Jeez.
"How dare you?" But he got up there and he jumped. He
Good
always
for
takes
him.
a really
I'm
long
surprised
time
he
though.
did.
Normally, yeah.
He just sits there and he's like, "Oh God."
Yeah, he takes a good bit.
No, I wish it was just a little bit higher. So
Yeah.
I'll backflip off that railing, and I think it was certain times of the year it's like 22 foot,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool, but 25, 30
That's
foot.
way too high for me.
Yeah.
I don't
40
even
foot.
like doing it, opening the door and jumping out.
That's how I fucked up my shoulder, diving off that bitch.
Yeah. That's good though. That's good stuff.
It's fun
I'm
though.
excited.
Yeah, it is really cool. It's a
Mm.
big ass dock too.
Yeah. But
Well, that's exciting. I'm
It
glad you get
is.
to.
No, that's
It
gonna be
is.
awesome.
yeah. Outside of that, just look forward to making it through another week, and then obviously we'll get out to 2 weeks from now we'll be out. at,
So cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, Smith Mountain.
Yeah, because we just did all those renovations too.
What'd y'all do?
So it used to be a 3-bedroom home, and the downstairs used to be the master with a huge walk-in closet, which it still does have that. But the upstairs bedroom, there was a room that we had twin beds in. My parents converted it to a master, and used to have a huge front porch, and they basically cut that in half and then used that front porch and pushed it out to make it one big master. So they have a master bathroom, and then they have a walk-in closet with like laundry and everything in it. It's massive.
Yeah.
They have another bedroom that they stayed the same, and then we used to have a garage, and they converted it into 2 bedrooms in there. So now there's no garage but 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So there's 4 bedrooms on the top floor and 1 bedroom on the bottom. So
Shit.
yeah, it's awesome.
The Mecca.
Have you been there yet?
No.
Did you go? No, you weren't even there when we went and jumped off the dock that day, didn't you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, him and Sarah didn't go that last year. But yeah, it's awesome. And we needed it because like our family goes up there all the time, but like there weren't enough rooms. Like we
Yeah.
have 2 pull-out couches too. So it's a lot of like now, especially now, like there's so much space for people to sleep. But yeah, it was a lot of like air mattresses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
People sleeping on pull-out couches,
That
which
can
now
happen.
there's more bedrooms, but
Especially if it's a rental, you want it to have more beds so you can sleep
yeah.
more
But now
people
my
and
parents are
charge
going to
more.
retire and move there.
Oh,
So
shit.
they aren't going to rent it out.
Nice.
We've actually never rented it out.
Oh no, I thought it was a rental.
No, never.
No,
Damn.
they go there most weekends.
Yeah,
Shit.
almost every weekend. They actually lived there.
Even during the winter?
Not as much during the winter, but they like one time that they did because they were renovating the kitchen in my home that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And so while they were renovating it, they moved and stayed at the lake. So they
Shit.
drove to work every day from. But it's like 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where you're going in
Not bad.
Lynchburg. Yeah, so, but to and from every day.
They plan on selling the house in 2 years. And
I
then
know,
moving
that was
there,
my childhood home. I lived in the same home since I was 6 years old.
Damn. Yeah, it's like Sarah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
it's like
still live in
really
the same
sad.
house, yeah.
I mean, it's bittersweet. I'm gonna be sad because I'm not gonna have a home in Lynchburg anymore. But like, obviously, they kind of joked. They were like, okay, well, we're either gonna get rid of the lake house or we're gonna get rid of the house in Lynchburg. And I was like, okay, duh, obviously, sell the home in Lynchburg. Like, pull my arm. But yeah, it'll be sad because like, you guys like lived in different houses or whatever growing up.
Moved many times.
Yeah, which that never happened for me. I mean, when I was like little, because my parents got divorced when I was 2, and then like I moved into a few different places. But once I was 6, I lived in the same house.
Damn. You grew old with it.
Sad. I loved my room. Is huge growing up. I had it was a massive room, and then I had a huge walk-in closet. My brother was really jealous that I got it, but I was a girl.
Girls need that?
Yeah, we need a walk-in closet, even when you're 6 years old.
No.
But so we had like a walk-in attic, and our attic's connected to our bed through our bedroom. So like if we went through our closets, even on my brother's side, it connected to the attic. So we like used to play and stuff in there all the time, and like, you know, hide and seek was like always fucking awesome.
So you could sneak or like go bust in somebody else's room through the attic.
That's pretty cool.
But my attic door had a lock on it, so I could lock it.
Yeah.
So he had to like know that I was Yeah. It's cool.
Nice. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That is dope.
And I'm excited for you to see it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too because, you know, y'all talked a lot about it. And then also it's cool just to be able to get away for a long weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I can't wait.
We keep talking about that. We're like, I cannot wait. Because even though like we do have a kid, there's going to be so many other people there that it's like it's not me and Reese trying to figure out something to do in this house when it's like 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
Now it's like we have Aunt Sissy and all of the cousins and all of the aunts and uncles around.
Yeah.
And it's a new place. But
yeah.
And you can jump in some water.
That's what I'm talking
about. We got a
about.
tiki bar down there. Cornhole.
I'm going to catch a big ass fish.
And Jakey's going to catch a big ass fish.
Her
Yeah. So I saw this thing. I already kind of told him about this, but I follow this girl, and her and her husband have a home in Texas, and they've noticed that there's like these big piles of dog poop in their front yard, and they're like, why? Like who's doing this? But their Ring doorbell does not catch it because of where it was. So they moved it. So now the other night, she does it in the morning, and it's when it's still like pitch black outside, and they caught this girl, and she walked by, has this huge dog, was walking with a flashlight. Her dog stops, smells the grass, and starts taking a shit. She looks, sees it, turns her flashlight off, lets the dog finish pooping. She looks over to make sure he's done, and then starts walking away and turns flashlight back on. And they caught it. So she has like 1 million followers or whatever, like a lot.
Dumping or
the girl that lives at that house that caught her.
Got it.
So she posts that video on her stories and was that she's been caught, like whatever, like not they haven't caught her, but like she got caught on film. Like we moved our camera, we finally caught the person, and so like her husband's like coming up with all these like revenge things, like we're gonna put in this sprinkler system that's like motion detected, so like if somebody steps on the lawn, like it'll just start going off, like that'll really show her. And the wife's like, let's just take like a nice approach about this first and like see if it works.
The time frame and meet her out there.
Yeah.
Scare the shit out of her when she's out there.
So like her husband started walking in the mornings around the same time. So like they were trying to catch her.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think this is like an every other day occurrence. So like we're going to try and find this girl and see if she does it again. Well, he's been walking, like they can't find, like she's not coming by or whatever. And the wife's like, I think we just need to order a nice sign off of Amazon that says like please pick up your dog poop right in the area that she does it. And the husband went out there and like took a shovel or something and threw the dog poop in like right where she would walk. Yeah. Because it's so dark at night, like maybe she wouldn't see it, and he's hoping that like she's gonna step in the dog shit to like prevent her, like teach her a lesson or whatever. Yeah. And I just thought like that was the funniest thing ever, because and then she was like, she hasn't been coming by. I bet she follows me, or somebody knows her and saw her and was like, hey, she's just a heads up. Yeah.
Yeah. If you live in a neighborhood where there's probably a social media presence and you're on social media.
Yeah.
Especially if it's, I don't know, it's able to spread, and or you just, most likely you just know, oh, that house, they're a doctor. That house, they're this.
Right.
That house, oh, they're an influencer.
Right.
They fucking have a huge,
definitely.
Huge following. Or like at least somebody else in the neighborhood probably knows her. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought about that because when I was in HOA, like working for property management, like I had these dog poop complaints or whatever all the time, and it's like I couldn't do anything about it as a manager. Like that's your own personal property, like you're gonna have to do something else about it. And like they would catch people on rings all the time, and to me, especially in 2023, like if you see, I don't even care if you don't see a ring camera, just always know people are watching you. And like how inconsiderate are you? Like I can, because one of the people, like, it was like a kid that would walk the dog. So, like, that's one thing, like a teenager being like, and I still don't agree with it, but like.
A teenager being a teenager.
Right.
Bucket.
But like, you're a grown ass woman and you specifically turned your flashlight off while the dog was taking a shit and then watched it and then walked away. Like, you know, it's just so
if it's
bizarre.
a little dog, just like it leaves a little Tootsie Roll, that's one thing. But if you have a big ass dog.
Or dump
that takes a human shit.
And that's what she said. She was like, I don't even care like if he had done it like over on the side yard where like we never go, but he took his shit right in the front yard, like right where we sit and watch our kids play in the street, you know, like it's just kind of bizarre. And I just thought like, I don't know, I feel like I would kind of want to go the revenge route that the husband did, but then part of me is like, no, be nice, put a freaking sign up.
Even I've never had like a dog of my own, but even if it was my own yard, I would try and walk the dog in the woods at least. Be like, hey, we're going for a walk in the woods.
Yeah.
And he's going to attempt to make it happen out
So
there.
I tell her not to let
our
dog or her dog poop in our front yard.
Yeah.
I get home, not always, but I get see how thick my front yard is. I can see a little dirt right on top.
It's because if I let her out the side door, she never runs to the front yard to poop. But if I just happen to let her out the front yard, I'm thinking she's just going to pee. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, this is the nice grass. I'm going to come over here and take a poop. And I'm like, I'll get it. I'll pick it up. I usually do pick it up.
Usually.
Sometimes I forget.
After you're caught.
I try and pick up the poop. Well, when we first moved here, I was so pregnant I couldn't bend over.
Every time I take that her Jeep out in the yard, it comes back with dog shit on one of the wheels.
Damn.
Yeah.
I gotta
caked up.
Take
she
the baby
usually
out
poops in the same kind of area, and so sometimes she throws a curveball. I'm not going back. You're supposed to take care of them bees back there. I'm not going out there.
That's right. Hey, didn't you volunteer to take care of this bees?
You did. Last podcast, you said you were going to do it.
Tank of gas out there.
I can hit it.
You ain't scared?
No, I ain't scared.
All right, good.
I'm gonna videotape this.
Please.
I'm going to have to drink another drink for that.
Yeah.
I mean, we ain't doing it in the night run. What do you think? They sleep right now?
Yeah.
They're sleeping?
That's why they say to do it at night.
Did they?
Yeah, so I thought you're supposed to do it at night.
But your mom said they're still going to get pissed and come out.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it. There's a huge, like the grass
hole.
is like this tall.
Yeah, there's a hole. Yeah, I mean, you can see it like the grass
so
is all fucked
we
up.
pour some in it and then pour, as you walk away, so you have a line, so you light it 3 feet away.
Is it going to take all of our grass up? Just the spot
don't
that
care.
it's lit?
Don't care. Fuck the
Right,
bees.
I'm going to have a bucket of water.
Fuck
No, start a forest fire up here in Virginia.
Yeah,
It's hot as a bitch outside.
That's for we got.
But have the
I'm
door
gonna film
open
it.
just in case we have to all book it in.
Okay.
Don't have it closed.
I'm not going to be anywhere near you guys.
Stay the fuck out the way.
Don't worry, we'll post
train
this
is-
so everybody else
You'll
can
get
see.
knocked down.
I'll tag me. No, I'm going to stand right here on this platform right here. I'm going to videotape you
Have
from
the door
afar.
ready.
Yeah. I'll take this light and flash it on you guys so I see
You got those mics in the car?
I do, actually.
Yes.
Might blow
We
them out.
got it. We
Made
got
me
it.
scream like a bitch.
I know. Y'all are going to come back with so many bee stings on you.
Speaking of Ring cameras, I forgot that we have a Ring camera at our house. I just put it up maybe a month and a half ago, and I didn't put it on my phone because I already have three cameras linked to my phone that I already get notifications quite often from, and I'm like, last thing I want is another camera to have to check or get a notification from. So I was like, hey Sarah, you have 0 cameras on your phone. You download it. And so she sees like when Amazon comes in, and I went out today on the front porch because I was going to make a story on Instagram. And I'm sitting there, and I walk out, And I'm looking at my phone because I just opened it and was like looking at Instagram. You know, sometimes your intent is to make a story, but like then you see the first picture and you're like, all right, fuck it. Let me scroll a little bit. And next thing you know, I hear this ding ding. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like, what? Oh shit! I forgot we have a ring. I'm glad I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, so Sarah was watching.
Yeah, she's always watching. She saw me in the yard the other day, and she texted me. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "She's at work."
Yeah.
And I look back. There's the ring camera.
Oh yeah, dude. I got one on.
I know.
The front
he never
yard,
talks to
side
me.
yard, and the backyard.
But he's
he
always
don't
like,
wanna
"Hey,
let
what are
you
you doing
know."
out there?"
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Can't do nothing."
Always knows what she's doing.
And there's a camera in Reese's room.
So I can if I can't see what they're doing, I can turn the sound on and listen to what's going on in the house.
Yeah.
He can. You know what?
I'll find you.
I need to put a little chip or something in you to follow you around. I can't go anywhere. If I'm like chipping in the backyard to entertain Reese or doing whatever, go over to the side door to let Maya out. If I play in the front yard with Reese, if I take her on a walk, he sees all of it.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I don't have that's how we are too. Like he has the cameras for the rings on his phone and I don't have it.
Well, I tried to get her on it, but
it wouldn't
wouldn't
work.
give her it wouldn't let her in.
And I didn't care as much. Plus, like I'm here all the time and he's not, so I feel like
Yeah.
if anybody needs to know, it's him. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I'm always here. And usually our curtains are open so I can see if somebody's walking up.
That's kind of the same for me and Sarah. Like I'm more home or more often at home than she is.
Yeah.
So, and she orders a lot more Amazon, a lot more shit than me. So it's probably good for her to have access to that than me.
Yeah.
That couscous.
That couscous.
That'll make you shit.
I'll never, ever forget that.
Yeah.
Good times.
It is. Well, I had a topic real quick, and then we can roll into these cards because I have a early. I'm sure. Do you work tomorrow?
No.
Oh shit. You don't. I have a semi-early morning tomorrow.
Whatever.
But, what are your thoughts about trying this in a small town?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's also called Try This, not trying this. But
Try this and try this.
I think the song sucks.
I think so too.
Like as a song,
I like
it's
it.
Cringy.
Yeah, as a song, it sucks. But the message but I mean, I back it just because.
Oh, I do too. The meaning. I think.
The message.
The message.
All
have
that
you watched
stuff.
the video?
Which most Jason Aldean lyrics are kind of cringy.
Yeah.
Most of his
I
songs
love
are.
it.
There's only like one good song where you can find me in the back of
the earlier albums of his are
only
so
song
good. So good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Every other thing is very cringy.
back road, no, chilling on a dirt road.
Yeah, that was second. After that,
That was also cringy though because it was like rapping and then not rapping, but like.
What? I loved that. It was kind of like but it's kind of like a Sam Hunt thing. Like he kind of like talks.
Yeah, when his older stuff was all right. I mean, some of his new stuff's okay, but the song I thought was not good, but I love
that it
back
pissed off so many
because
people, but like the fact that they were like, this promotes lynching and
racism.
It's so racist. And I'm like, one, there's no racism in it at all. There's no lynching. Those are news clips that he posted of riots. Like, I don't understand.
It's fact,
right?
You know?
And also,
actually, they were peaceful protests.
There were no white people lynching anybody in any video.
No.
It was just like so absurd, and like so many people have come out from every race, and they're like, "There's no racism in this. Like this is all like the left trying to push some bullshit. It's so stupid." So I support him in all of that.
It should open eyes to how washed and how twisted some minds are out there to hear something, see something, and then twist it to their narrative and or their how maybe hypocritical and or internally they have something fucked up to where they're that on edge or that anxious or that what's the word I'm looking for?
Easily offended.
I guess so. More so like a victim.
Yeah.
Oh
like
victimhood is
victimhood. Like that. That's just
like, why do you see that and all of a sudden feel like triggered by it?
Yeah.
Or like offended by it? Like, really, you should be like proud. Like, it was him being a proud American. Like, you can't come to my town, like you're not like that's not how it happens. Like we are like we take care of our neighbors. We care about people. Like we build people up. Yeah, we don't tear things down and riot and like whatever. And that's what he was trying to say. And it did not go the way.
Which the thought of it, you know, it's pretty basic. I mean, just like you explained though, it's like you don't make things better by fucking burning it down or acting like a fucking piece of shit.
Right.
You know?
Like, be a good person.
Yeah. Things get better by raising a standard for yourself and or those around you, your family, raising your family better, raising those around you better,
good
being
morals,
an influence.
be responsible. Yeah.
People don't
be respectful.
Everybody's a victim. You know?
People aren't held accountable. You just need to be held. Everyone needs to be held accountable for their actions.
Well, like Jason and his wife Brittany have like always been on like the left's radar because of their stance, because they have been a more outspoken, like in the spotlight kind of couple.
Yeah.
So like they don't hold back how they feel. Like his wife, like Brittany has like a t-shirt line, like a clothing line that has like more of like a conservative Republican stance on stuff. So like I bought one of their shirts that says "Don't tread on our kids." Like when they were trying to push all of the trans stuff, like it don't involve fucking kids. Like I don't understand why that's so difficult for people to understand.
Yeah.
But I think they already had like
they
a target.
It to be normal.
They already had a target on them, and then when him pushing out this song, like it just blew up. Like it just made it even worse.
Which I think it's a great thing, obviously, for both sides, whether you lean left and or right, or if you're in the middle, whatever. Because I think it gives an eye opening to where the temperature of the country is.
Yeah.
You know, because of how the charts have shown, how the ratings have shown, how the support has shown, what the true temperature of Americans is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like true Americans.
Yeah.
We don't like crime.
Not the minority.
Be a good person. Like,
obviously, seeing how Bud Light happened, how Target's happened, how all these other companies, when shit truly gets banned or canceled towards the right, it never gets hurt as bad and or probably bad at all compared to things like Bud Light that they go left.
Still, they're still going down.
100%. But you know what I'm saying? So like that crowd that makes the most noise actually doesn't have a lot of power behind them at all, because most of their movements never cause any type of cancellation.
No, if anything, it shows more like support and loyalty.
Up, the majority of people. And, you know, it just shows the true temperature of where people are and their thoughts.
I hope so, man.
No, of course it does.
Yeah,
but I think it's like it's great to stand up behind the song, but it's like what's next of like, obviously it happens at home first off, when like raising your kids, telling your kids right from wrong, and what's real and what's not real. And you know, fact over like emotion and like, you know, your feelings. But outside of that, it's like, what's the next step? Yeah, we can support the song, but like it's cool, but what's next for people to start doing, you know?
No. I mean, I feel like it's gotten to a point where, like, originally the left, it was very like, I'm offended, I'm triggered, whatever. So, like, they were getting really sensitive about certain things, and cancel culture started. Yeah. And then the far right took and was like, okay, well, if this offends you, then I'm going to call out every single thing that you did wrong, and now I'm going to start trying to cancel you. Oh, you think you can cancel me? Nah, I'm going to start canceling you. And I feel like it became this like, who can out cancel? Like, if you throw a punch, I'm going to throw a punch back. And like, it has gotten a little crazy. And I think that these big companies are starting, like, for Bud Light to do the shit that they did, some people will say like, are you really offended by some trans person being on a can? And it's like, that's not the fucking point. But then like, am I being oversensitive about it and like whatever? It's like, the push is about the push. Like, stop pushing it to people. Stop throwing, like, Bud Light has nothing to do with trans people. So why the fuck are you pushing it? Yeah. How many people, what percentage of your consumers give a fuck about that? So you're trying to get more trans people, but by doing that, you are pushing away so many people. And it's just like, there's other ways to support different communities without throwing it on the face of a can. You know, like, those are the things that it's like, it's gotten so big and so overdone that it's
It's like Pride Month.
Yeah, it's
everybody
disgusting.
goes gay for 30 days. All the businesses,
and, all of a
and
sudden
after that,
gone.
July 1st.
Yeah.
Oh, we're straight again.
We're Americans
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
love it.
that's
Yeah, it's so stupid. Or like, I hate my country, but July 4th comes out, bitch, I'm in an American flag bathing suit, waving a flag. Like, it's so stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't stand it. But I do feel like it's just become this like massive battle that like doesn't need it. It's like overdone. But I'm also not gonna like stand back on the things that matter to me most. Like, it's not me being sensitive, it's me being smart and knowing that the government has their little fucking fingers in everything. And it's
For sure. Oh,
ridiculous.
Nobody should definitely stand down. If anything, you should get more, like we're doing now, supporting the song, the artist, the people that are at the forefront, I guess, of trying to bring awareness and or just spit some truth.
There are a lot of people, I feel like, that are not afraid, but like, why would I say something to like ruffle feathers of people that I don't want to ruffle feathers of or whatever? Like, I'm not going to post that on my story or repost this or support this person because I could somehow offend somebody that follows me.
That's the root cause, though.
But also, like, why are you offended by the way that I feel about it? Like,
Well,
I'm just supporting somebody that I agree with the things. I'm not saying that I hate you. I'm just saying I support these people.
You said it, though.
Yeah.
Like, those people, whoever that may be, is scared to offend that person. But, like, that's the problem that we're in. We're scared to offend. Fuck offending.
Like, I remember when the whole Trump stuff, and like people were afraid to say that they voted or they supported Trump because they didn't want people to think that they were racist or sexist or whatever, all of the other stuff. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, it has nothing.
All those terms have no weight anymore.
No
by
weight.
The way.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's so stupid.
No weight.
It's like, I can't support the things that I support because I'm afraid that other people are going to instantly say, oh, she likes this, so she hates children and hates women and hates Black people and Chinese people and all these other people because she likes this person. It's like, no, that has nothing to do with it. Like, it's crazy, but it's the world we fucking live in right now.
Yeah. It's wild out here.
I'm hoping that it like will slowly get to a point where people are like fading out. Like, I do think that a lot of people that voted for Biden are now seeing some sort of like, oh, why the fuck did I waste my vote on him?
Yeah.
Like, he is a actual puppet.
It's okay to be wrong.
Yeah,
right?
It is okay to be wrong.
Like, hey, you fucked up.
You got tricked. That's okay. A lot of other people did too. A lot of other people did.
Don't get burned twice. You know what I'm saying?
But now, like, maybe we should be a little smarter,
Yeah, for sure.
Not that you're dumb. Please don't get offended that I said that because I'm not trying to call you dumb. I'm just saying, like, eyes open. Like, let's really look into things and research things. And anything that you are passionate about or really have a stance on, like, I am always going to be in support of that. But, like, be able to back up the reason why you do it, not because somebody else said that you should. You know what I mean? That's like my biggest thing.
And I agree with that. Like, you should be passionate and have like some stances on where you lean with this subject or that subject. Yeah. But what should be number one is pro-freedom. And pro-American. America first. Always. And pro-freedom.
Yeah.
100%.
Best country in the
world.
world.
And after that, women's rights, abortion, inequalities, things like that.
Control,
all those things, they have weight. They're important.
Absolutely.
But like, if we don't have number 1 and 2, freedom and
the rest
pro-American, like, it doesn't matter.
That's what like is so crazy because people are like, I fuck America and all this stuff. It's like, you guys don't even understand
go to another country.
How bad it is in other countries. And that's why like so many Cubans are like, fuck that, I'm voting Republican. Like, I'm not going back to communism.
Let me speak this real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to put the person on blast, but I went out of town a week ago, 2 weeks ago for an event.
Yeah.
And I stayed somewhere after that. And I'm just not going to mention the name on air, but I was having a conversation with the person I stayed with, and they're like, yeah, we went to Spain recently for like a week-long trip. And he was like, yeah, Spain has a weird government. It's a little tighter down there. And he doesn't really know a ton about the culture. He just wanted to go there because it was beautiful. He wanted to go experience something cool. And he's like, yeah, me and my girlfriend went with a few other people. And he's like, yeah, when we went to like the hotel, the governments own like the hotels there or whatever. And he was like, when we went in, one thing I noticed, he was like, there's many weird things about government rules down there. But he was like, one of the things was the governments controlled the temperature for global warming purposes and, emissions and shit like that.
That
So he's like, when you went in, the temperature was set and it adjusted throughout the day to what they had it set for. So like, it doesn't matter if it was hot or cold, it's set to what they want it to control energy and control greenhouse.
Green.
Going green. Yeah, and he was like, my girl thought that was great and a great thing for the government to do because of global warming and the environment.
Fuck that noise, man.
And it's great that the government stops people from being wasteful and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I was blown away when I heard it. I was like, that's how she thinks? I was like, that's just opening the door to push the needle a little bit forward.
Like, why do you think they fucking do that?
Yeah, what do you think's next? Like,
controlling how many hours you drive your car, where you drive your
lights
car
on
to,
and off.
how many hours are you spending outside? How long are you on the phone?
You were living in North Korea.
Even though you work and pay for those bills?
Oh, yeah,
so you work hard so that somebody else can control what you do and how you spend your money? Okay, got it.
You got an oven? Nope, not no more.
But I'm pretty sure that they started doing that in California. They were like, well, we're just going to, because I follow this guy. He's a hairstylist, and he currently works in Nashville on a lot of celebrities, but he started in LA working on celebrities. And he said that he went to go visit and that people's power were getting shut off in California.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time a day to conserve power. And then I saw this thing the other day, and I was like, just imagine it's 2024 or whatever, and you have an electric vehicle, and all of a sudden now the government won't allow you to use it.
Yeah,
they cut off the power to you because you posted a bad
stoves.
post, because you don't agree with this, because they're trying to conserve energy, so now all of a sudden you don't have, and that is a real fucking thing that can happen.
But it's great that the government controls the temperature for global
the
warming purposes.
Which realistically it's
it's all a play. It's like, we're doing it for the environment, for safety, for resources. But no, it's just
same thing with the COVID vaccine.
We'll get a little control on that temperature, and the next thing you know, we're going to control your outside time, and next thing you know, we're going to control how much food you're able to buy at the market,
right?
And this
and what kind of food that you buy at the market.
Wait till they go to a digital currency,
yeah.
They're trying to,
dude. And I was, but that person's girlfriend went to a very liberal college,
push.
You can say college. It's most likely liberal.
Yeah,
There's
most colleges
few that
now,
are probably okay still, but like, and for some reason she's like, yeah, that's great. That
terrible.
Sounds great. I was like,
fucking awful.
You are oblivious.
It's
out of your
oblivious.
mind.
It's blind. It's so naive. I'm trying to use nice words.
Yes, me too. And I was trying to like just not say something like,
yeah,
what the fuck? But I think where that comes from is obviously indoctrinating from some aspect, whether it's, you being around some other like liberal white girls that are victims of some sort, but have plenty of money, went to a very expensive school.
Mommy and daddy pay for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, the problem is, and I see that's the problem there. She hasn't ever had any real conflict or struggle in her life. So she doesn't see like, if I worked hard for my money, I should be able to do what the fuck I want with my freedom.
She probably still doesn't pay for all
cold my shit, and I can afford it.
If I want to keep it 65, I keep that motherfucker at 65.
That's up to Dominion Power if they want to cut my shit off or not, because I didn't pay that bill. That's a different thing.
It's crazy, and like it's sad. Like I think about things like I get frustrated and I get angry, and I know that like maybe not how people are raised, but how like the significance of people around, people influencing others, and not really being taught how to like take initiative in learning and researching and making your own fucking opinion about something. Like if you sat down and broke down every like real big issue to somebody and they made a judgment off of how they feel and their feelings, rather than like sit down and say, hey, does this make sense? If you broke this down, like A versus B, what makes more sense? And we would probably all agree, but the fact that they're like, like that doesn't make me feel good, and it probably makes somebody else feel real bad, and it's like, but does it make sense? No. Like you're gonna gain more out of this than you would this. Like it's so stupid.
So
and like
having less control of your life,
makes more sense, right?
Makes more sense, yes.
Yeah, and they don't think they truly. I don't know if they just don't want to believe it, but like. It will get. There are countries where you don't have any fucking say in anything that you do.
Of course.
And I don't think people, Americans specifically, like realize that could happen. And it's been going towards that way. With the COVID
one
shot,
inch at a time.
with all this stuff, like it is, I mean,
the
like they don't
lockdowns, all
even
that
take
shit.
responsibility for the shit that happened with the COVID shot.
No.
Like, and it makes me so upset that like, you know, I've had friendships like start to dwindle because of like my viewpoints on stuff. And I'm sorry if I do come off passionate about it, but like, it's because I'm so frustrated and like, so like passionate about the fact that like I have a kid and I don't want her to fucking grow up in a country that treats her like that or forces her to do something that she doesn't want to do, like get a fucking shot that prevents something that is, you know, you literally did testing on it for how long? And when they did it on the animals, they were fucking dying. And you were like, let's do it anyways. Like, it's just crazy. Like those little things like start to add up and you're like, government wants control over you.
Yeah.
And they will do anything that they can to manipulate the fuck out of you to make you feel like you're doing something bad. So you have to like justify things. It's crazy.
And I think it's, you know, I agree with, you know, the vaccine mandates and whatnot, but it's bigger than that of not having the freedom just to build your best life.
Yeah.
Or what the opportunity.
Like being healthy is,
of, you know,
like
liberty
you're
and
far
happiness.
right if you're trying to be healthy and you think that, you know, eating right and working out is some sort of, now all of a sudden you're conservative, now all of a sudden
It's toxic.
you're toxic. Sure. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah, they want to see it in all lab-made food.
Yeah.
Lab,
Be overweight, get diabetes, pay Big Farm for all of this stuff, insulin, everything else that like, it's like people have other fucking problems that they're trying to deal with. And now all of a sudden you're promoting like Lizzo promoting being that big and like being so unhealthy. And it's just like domino effect. Like it just, so many people watch her and like little girls are like, I want to be like her. She says it's okay to be fat. It's like,
and you know, if she had the opportunity, I bet you, and if you gave her a magic genie, not speaking for her, but kind of am, anybody that's overweight, like seriously overweight, been overweight all their life,
right?
Nonetheless, if they've been made fun of or not, that's just the way life is.
Right?
You know, you're different. Everybody's different.
Everybody's got something that they're
You could have a small pee-pee, you could have big belly, whatever. You're gonna get made fun of, and that's just something you just got to be okay with.
Right.
It's life. But if she had the magic genie, it was like, hey, you could have this slim, lean, healthy, confident, killer body, or the same body you got.
Right. Which you pick? Which you picking?
100%. I bet you.
Oh, no doubt.
Right.
Everybody's picking that.
Right.
Everybody's picking that.
It's
they
like,
aren't happy.
She's not happy. She's not making the right decisions in her life, and all of a sudden she's making money off of telling people like big is better, and like it's not. And I like it's not healthy.
They're just lazy.
Big is easier.
Yeah,
big is
easy.
easy.
Yeah,
big is
and
easy.
she's like people should. And I'm not saying that like you have to be super fit or super skinny or anything, but like to promote it's bigger than your physical. Like it's internal. Like you're not healthy when you live like that. You're not going to live a long life living like that. Like
heart disease.
You're not going to get to grow up and see grandchildren run on the front yard. You know, like those are things that I think about. It's not that, oh, she looks in the mirror and she's probably insecure. It's not about that. Like, and a lot of people don't think about things like that. It's great to feel good because you look in the mirror and you feel good about yourself, but it's a whole nother thing to live with health problems now because you've gotten to the point where like you can't fucking walk on your own and you have to use a like motorcycle bike cart in the grocery store.
Well, that defeats the purpose of them being able to rely on the government and big pharma.
Right.
So you shouldn't do that.
All about big farm.
But it is sad, and you know, it can be.
I hope this world changes. Yeah. I really do.
The freedom and opportunity is kind of crazy, you know.
Yeah. And people before us worked really fucking hard to not have to live like that.
For sure. And not to say everybody, but most people that have that viewpoint of the person I was talking about earlier haven't truly. Not that I've been through anything fucking tough. There's always somebody out there who's have a way tougher story and like harder upbringing or whatever the case. But like, most of those people haven't been through anything truly tough.
Yeah.
And like, or at least an inconvenience to where it's like, damn, I actually don't have real problems.
Yeah.
I'm actually not a victim. Like,
right.
I don't actually have some bad shit going on, or I actually got everything I need. I'm just overfed.
Yeah.
You know, as far as like entitled, have everything taken care of, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it took not that I ever was, had those thoughts, but it definitely was eye opening when I started going out of the country for the first times with Sarah to some of these other smaller, like poorer countries like Costa Rica, Cuba.
Yeah.
And it's like, especially Cuba being one of them, being communist, like the
Fuck
local, for example, this local tobacco farmer, we met the whole family, and the whole generations were rolling cigars in front of us and for us, like a hut that they had this tobacco farm in. And the youngest one had went to college in Cuba, and he had learned English, so he was speaking to us, and all the rest of them could speak Spanish. Anyways, he was like, yeah, we get to keep 10% of our revenue, and 90% goes to Cuba.
Government. Jesus Christ.
And he was like, that's how business is done.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's to support the Cuban government. And he was like, also,
who getting rich off that?
90% of our cigars that we're rolling today go to the government for them to sell.
So
we and the government does not allow us.
You make 10% off of 10% of the shit
Yes,
that you.
and we get to keep the other 10% and make our living off of it.
Crazy.
And he was like, the government also doesn't allow us to label our cigars. So all of their cigars were wrapped in like a banana leaf off of like a banana tree. They aren't legally allowed to label their cigars.
Put a label on it, yeah.
Because the government takes their cigars and puts labels
their own
theirs,
label
and
on
it's
there.
called the cigar brand's gonna pop up in my head, but it's worldwide known for a Cuban cigar. Like you're getting that.
Yeah.
It makes me so upset.
Yeah, but that's an example.
That's what they want here.
But that's what they want.
But like taxes rising and like people thinking it's okay because we're putting money where we need. No, like absolutely fucking
and
not.
let me tell you, 90% of the revenue and earnings are going to the government, but that place, beautiful, but infrastructurally wise, is a shithole.
Shithole.
Yeah.
Beautiful people, beautiful, like everything's beautiful, natural beauty.
Yeah.
But buildings left and right are crumbling. Fucking cars
Nothing's
are still from the
open
1950s.
up to code.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But
can't do anything that you
I don't
want
want to shit on it too much because like they're doing the best. The locals, non-government, are doing the best they can with what they got. Like they're fucking rebuilding all these 1950s cars and keeping them rolling. Like building each other's houses and shit out of like.
It's like they don't want to leave the
blocks.
country that they grew up and loved.
Well,
it's like
also they can't leave it. So the other guy, one of our tourists for one day, he explained to us how they can't leave unless they're invited out of the country. So they have to get a formal invite to the government and give to their embassy.
Remember when they were telling people that they couldn't leave the country because of COVID?
They have to give you the okay to leave.
So
hey guys,
he has been trying to leave for the past like 8 years. He said not like leave to go for good, but just leave to be able to travel.
Yeah.
And he owns a restaurant, and he said the reason I started the restaurant is because for you to leave via the government, he had to have a formal invite, and then also he has to have something to leave behind so they'll know he'll come back, whether it's a business or a family.
Once I get out, I ain't never coming back, dog.
Yeah, so he
I'm
says
gonna invite that motherfucker too.
he says a lot of people, you have an easier time going to Mexico or like South America, or not South America, Central America, and then from there trying to take off and go somewhere. But he's like, it usually never ends up well. You end up getting killed, sad. And or you just don't make it and they get returned back type shit. But he's like, sad. A lot of his family members, some of them have done the deal to where they just left everything behind because the government does make you leave shit behind. He's like, fuck it. We just ain't coming back though.
I'll start from
it's
scratch.
worth, it's worth starting from scratch for sure.
Yeah. And that's the type of shit they're dealing with. And he's like, dude, I'd love to fucking go. I'd love to go check out the States or go wherever, but he's like, I just can't.
It's so sad.
And he's young. He was like 28, 29.
And like all because that you were born there.
Yeah.
Like that is what happens.
Yeah, dude.
And that's why I feel like
that's real shit.
That's real
shit.
That's real problems. That's real fucking problems.
That's what this place is coming to.
I really, really fucking hope people
that's
like open their eyes to
that's
shit.
That's a true victim.
Yeah. But that's why they're like, well, it's not that bad here. Like we can't complain. And it's like, yeah, but if you keep fucking letting the government run your fucking shit, that will happen. It is slowly happening. Little tiny things here and there are going, all of a sudden you wake up the next day and you're 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the road and your kids can't choose anything that they want. They can't do anything you can't decide what your children have. Like you can't decide what you have. Like it's going to be awful. And I really hope that people fucking open their eyes. Like I do. I hope whatever has to happen for people to realize like, oh, we fucked up. It's okay to admit it was wrong. Let's do the right thing and let's change it to where we can actually be free in the country that is supposed to be free. That's the main thing. And people are so stupid.
No, it doesn't sound too good.
Yeah, well, I definitely don't want to live in Cuba.
Beautiful though.
Beautiful, I'm sure. Pictures,
Beautiful.
Did you say you had another topic you wanted to bring up today?
It's okay. We can talk about it later.
Pull some cars, dude. Let's get a little funsies going.
You all right? You got it? You got big fat fingers?
I said you're packed in there tight.
There you go.
I think that was long.
So this is Answer the Internet. If you've listened to the show, you already know what it is. It's questions as fucked up as you are, and we're going to read them out loud and answer them across the table.
Yeah.
I'll go first. Answer the Internet. Would you rather have your dick as your nose or your nose as your dick?
Fuck.
That's a double-edged sword, dude.
God damn.
I'm getting cut both ways.
Nose as my dick. I don't want a dick on my face.
But I don't want my nose. That.
But I mean,
fucking
like,
thing. What damage is this doing?
I know, right? Yeah.
Ain't doing no
but
sweet
like you
moves
can
with
walk
that.
around and continue your life with nobody knowing except for you and whoever
ain't
you're
getting no-
with.
What, you just...
I ain't getting no.
Nah, I mean...
I don't know. Somebody can play with your butthole or something. I don't know. Y'all are gay. Y'all are men. So I feel like isn't your G spot in your butthole? Like
No,
you can figure it out.
No.
Is that the whole thing?
I don't know. No, I never...
No.
Anyways, do you want a dick on your face? Do you want a dick on your face?
Might have to try that butthole thing out though. Now that you mention it.
All right, Sarah, you listening to this?
That's a fucked up
I
question.
would pick nose for dick. And I ain't got no dick.
Man, I wish
Dick
I had a
is your
bigger
nose.
nose.
Well, your nose is your dick. I'm going dick as my nose.
You would put a dick on your face.
Oh, snuffleupagus.
But like, if your nose as your dick,
Are you going to come out of your face then?
but
Does
where's
somebody-
the dick go
does somebody
if my
drag me
nose
off
is going
this
down
way?
there? If my nose is going down there, where does
You
my
just got
dick
two
go?
nose. You ain't got no dick.
What's the question again? Can you?
Would you rather have your dick as your nose or your nose as your dick? So I guess you get to still have it
Have a dick down there?
double dick.
You're double dicking? Or are you double nosing?
I don't fucking know I don't know the answer to that question.
You have to answer.
I'm double dicking for sure.
I'm double nosing.
I'm just gonna tuck it.
You could get jacked up here.
It's like Pinocchio.
I don't. I definitely
Lion.
don't want my nose as my dick.
No?
But you don't want a nose nub down there, dude.
I don't want a nose nub down there. So I guess I'm taking dick nose.
Yeah.
Dick face.
Schnuffleupagus.
Double dicking. All right.
Got the trunk.
Flip it.
Wait, so does it, if you get around somebody that you're attracted to, like,
Yeah, Pinocchio style.
it gets big?
Oh. You lied.
Okay, but is it just the penis or is it the balls too?
Just dick.
Just dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're trying to get all in.
Wow. Does it
Yeah.
get in your mouth when you're trying to eat?
Blow it out the way.
I can't believe you guys.
It's just a nasty sweat
I know,
up
right?
under a hot ass day like this.
Strap it off to the side
Yeah.
so you can breathe when you're
I
lifting.
cannot believe you guys picked dick face. I really can't.
I just don't want to. I mean, a little nubby, little micro dick.
Yeah.
It's better than a penis on your face. I don't understand. Whatever. You guys would look literally the exact same except for you would have a nose down there.
I bet you somebody would think it would be cool. They'd be like, damn, that's cool.
I don't know if you know this, but men I think men are wired to like.
I think so. You're right.
Like we
I'd
have,
rather
like-
lose all my extremities before I lose my junk.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like just a torso, no arms or legs.
you
like
would
all
be.
dick.
Stop it.
Nope.
Well,
You
what's-
would be a
what's the
nugget
point?
before.
If you're not,
What's
if
the
you're not,
point?
if you can't use your dick, if you can't fuck, like I mean,
You ever
I feel
seen the movie 4th
What's
of
the
July?
point of life if you can't have sex? If you can't get off?
like,
What?
that sounds kind of fucked up when you say it
Wow,
like that.
men and women are just.
But like I'm saying, like I feel like that as a man, like we take pride in
in your junk.
my I take pride in my dick and what I
I'm
do with
not
it.
happy that you
I
do,
would-
but I'm just saying. I just
I'd
feel
learn
like
a new,
that's
I'm
really
gonna learn how to live a
extreme.
new life.
You'd rather you can't get yourself off, so you have to make sure that somebody got you off.
Oh, I'm gonna.
That's okay.
It's getting done. I'm gonna have that sympathy sex. Feel bad for me.
Oh god damn.
All right, flip your card. Oh god.
Can you read?
All right. This is would you rather have dustpans for hands or sweat Smucker's jelly?
Ooh. I'm sweating Smucker's
I
jelly.
think
Me too.
I'm definitely sweating Smucker's jelly
too.
because
Who the
You
fuck
can-
wants hands like that?
Also, like you sweat and then you take a shower and then you're good. You're not
Yeah.
in a sweat.
And plus,
I sweat a lot, but that's okay.
See, I don't sweat that much, but
As
I
long
feel
as
like
the
it'd be
Smucker's
fine.
all natural jelly, I'm good.
yeah, make a little PB and J.
yeah,
Mm.
makes that
Take the
PB&J. Damn.
You
son.
gotta make sure you make your PB and J really quick after you work out, though.
That soggy jank.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Okay. Answer the internet. Would you rather live in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, the swamps of Louisiana, or Alaska?
The middle of nowhere, Iowa,
Mm-hmm.
the swamps of Louisiana,
Mhm.
or just Alaska.
Alaska.
No place.
I'm
No
going.
place
I'm
in
going
Alaska,
I think I'm
just
going Alaska.
Alaska for sure.
I think we want middle of nowhere, Iowa.
Fucking
the fuck's
in the
in
middle of
Iowa?
a
I don't know.
Well, I guess
cornfield or something? I don't know.
Nowhere
Country
is in
people.
Iowa.
Yeah,
I bet you there's a county called Nowhere.
a lot of corn, probably. I don't know, a lot of farms.
I don't know.
a lot of
Alaska sounds
farmland,
coolest to
horses.
me. Louisiana sounds like
I
fucking
don't
mosquitoes
know
and
anybody
crocodiles.
from Iowa, or I don't even know if I've seen
Iowa.
pictures of Iowa, but
I don't even think where that is on the map. I know it's
Midwest.
out Midwest,
Yeah.
like far Midwest,
The-
under
the-
Nebraska.
the nose on the dude in there in this Midwest. Or is that Nebraska?
that's Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah,
I think it's further west than that, right?
yeah, it's further
Yeah.
west.
It's like under
Should we
Wyoming,
look it up? I'm
or
gonna look it
pull
up
it
on
up.
the map. I do. One of my best friends, Selena, is born and raised in Alaska, and it's beautiful. Like the mountains. You know,
Yeah.
I might pick Alaska.
I don't know if I'd
But-
want to live there forever, but if I had to pick one, it's Alaska for sure.
Let me do a little Google.
It reminds Alaska when I hear about it, I've never been, but it reminds me of Montana, and I liked Montana a lot.
Have you been? Yes, right. You've been to Montana.
Beautiful.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Iowa is right underneath Minnesota, next to Illinois.
Oh shit! It's not as.
said. It's the nose.
That's not as. Oh shit! He was.
Oh, I
right.
thought you were talking about.
the dude. His
The
hat.
chef.
I thought you were
Chef
talking about Idaho
Boyardee
with
guy.
the nose over here.
Yeah, I was thinking
Look,
way
that's
further
supposed to be
west.
Biden's face sniffing,
Oh, is it?
sniffing Idaho.
Oh shit! That's pretty close.
Anyways, for anybody watching that can see this, Iowa is right next to Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota. Damn, they got a lot of states around them.
They are.
Missouri, Kansas,
Packed.
Nebraska, South Dakota. South Dakota.
Well, it's close with Nebraska, I guess, but I thought it was further west.
You know
I thought it
what?
was under
If
Nebraska.
it's that far north, I might as well just go Alaska. I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be like more like Kansas area. That's really sad that we live in the United States and we don't know.
Well,
I knew.
What other
Thank you very much.
country has like besides like maybe Africa? But those are all countries inside the continent. But
Yeah,
I think
it's-
Brazil
Africa
has
is
a
a
state-
continent, and those
but
are
they're
all
all separate
countries.
countries.
Because
Like,
Brazil's massive.
Yeah, I was about to say not many countries have that many states. I guess they have jurisdictions or
Yeah,
counties,
they don't do it
maybe.
the same way we do it.
But it's like who the fuck remembers all their
They
shit?
don't do it the way we do it.
Yeah.
No, I think I changed my answer to Alaska because I've seen pictures that Selena has sent, like posted or whatever, like her and her husband went there, and the mountains are like real fucking mountains with like
Yeah.
ice and shit all over them. So, yeah,
Beautiful.
Alaska wasn't a fucked up
You
question,
can't-
but it
you
really got
can't-
us
You can't even
thinking.
drink your drink without your dick drooping in it.
Damn. That is true.
Back to dick
That
nose.
is true.
You gotta literally flip that
There's
thing up.
many things that would
If
have
it's
to
cold,
change.
does it come back in?
I know, right?
Does it come into your face when it's cold?
When it's hot out, that thing just kind of hanging out a little bit
Hanging
longer.
out.
Those summer dick nose.
That's it.
Summer dick? Is that why the gray sweatpants? No, because
No.
that's in the cold.
That's just so you can see the shape, the outline.
Oh,
Gray sweatpants.
No, I think you got a little more
is
blood
that when
flow
people
in
don't like
summer
wear
dick.
wear underpants?
What?
Is that why you can see their dick in the gray sweatpants because they don't wear breeches underneath?
I think some
under-
people are just
underoos?
more endowed than others. I
Maybe.
guess.
Oh,
I think
Maybe
the
some people wear
purpose
boxers
of
and
the gray
not briefs.
sweatpants, I think, is because of the shading. You're able to see
Ah.
more outline. It's not like a black pair of sweatpants where you can't see
ah,
nothing.
gotcha.
Like the I think the shade. I don't know the science behind it. I don't wear gray sweatpants.
Well,
I don't wear sweatpants at all. Rarely ever. I don't even think I own sweatpants.
you don't own sweatpants?
I wear a lot of those. I wear them around the house all the time. I wear them to the
Yeah.
gym a lot. Well, I don't go to the gym
I have
anymore,
a pair of capri sweatpants that
I know.
made.
I've seen.
I guess those are technically sweatpants.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I can't get over it.
Mhm.
What are those pants? Oh, I think I called them this last time, but they're not because the Jinkos are like the big wide pants. They're actual pants, but I can't remember what the capri, like the long shorts. Remember they were like, that was used to be the thing where they were like super long.
Shorts.
Yeah. I don't know, but that's what it reminded me of.
Well, let us know what your thoughts are about the combos we had below.
Yeah.
Chime in. Let us know.
Try it in a small town.
Or fuck off.
Yeah. Or tell me that I'm really stupid. You can.
I don't care. I'm cool with everybody.
I don't get offended.
Yeah, I mean, for real. I'm cool with everybody as long as you don't try and push.
Me too. Be a good person. That's all that matters.
Be weird on me. I won't be weird on you.
Amen
do
to
whatever
that.
the fuck you want, but just leave me the fuck out of it.
Amen.
All right, guys. Until next time, we're out.
Bye.
See ya.